Welcome into your NAPA Auto Parts pregame profile. Today's edition is going to be with outfielder Garrison Schwartz. And Garrison, thank you for being here. So first question, so far this season you're hitting .297. You're currently second on the team with 4 doubles, 1 triple, and 1 home run as well with 9 RBIs. Just overall, how do you feel like you've played so far this summer?
I felt pretty good. I feel like I've been seeing the ball well. It's been a little up and down with having a couple hits in a game and then going over, but I'm just trying to find consistency at the plate, and I feel like the last week I've really got consistent and stuck with the same approach, and it's working out for me as of lately.
Tonight, the Miners take on the Oilers in a 1-game home series here. The last time we played the Oilers here, you had a cannon of an arm in right field as you were able to nail somebody out at was it second base or third base? There were two.
It was second base.
It was second base. So you were all the way against the right field wall at the time. Just talk about what was going through your head at that point, and also all season, how do you feel like your game has been defensively?
Off the bat, I was trying to get to it and catch it, make a nice play on it, and then I realized I couldn't get it, and it hit off the wall, and I just picked it up with my bare hand and just tried to fire it in as quick as possible. I didn't really, in my mind, think I'd be able to get him, but I saw him slowing up, and I was like, oh, come on. And then Bissonnette had a nice deke play, and we ended up getting him.
Garrison, you mentioned how throughout the season so far you might have had a little bit of the ups and the downs, and I take it that's almost the case for every player here in the Alaska Baseball League, no matter how their campaign is going. So what is it like when you're participating in a summer league like this, and a psyche as a baseball player? I mean, heck, if you hit 300 in the season, you did good, and that's 3 out of every 10 at bats you're getting a hit. So how do you just stay focused there at the plate in a league like this where you're still getting used to that one and bad, seeing these different pitchers, a lot of them, the majority of them for the first time? Just how do you stay, for the most part, I guess, in the zone?
You can't be result-oriented. You can't, after a game, think, oh, I went 0 for 4, my swing's not there, I'm not doing good. You can't, if you have a bad couple games, you can't let that bring your confidence down because in my case, I know when I've went 0 for 4, I've had 4 good swings, and if you let that drag you down, then your confidence is going to go down. So in a league like this, you just have to stick in the present and not worry about your past ABs and work each day to just have a quality at-bat one after another.
Garrison, you currently, during your stay up here in Alaska, you're staying with the general manager and secretary, Pete and Denise Christopher. Just talk about what that kind of experience is like.
It's pretty cool. Pete and Denise are great people. Denise is a great cook, probably one of the best cooks I've ever actually been around. She always has food ready, and then it's pretty cool living with Pete. He's the man. He does everything. He's up early doing the laundry, and at night we watch Quick Pitch. He's a big baseball guy, and he's there for anything we need. He's a great general manager, and I like living with him.
Is he pretty intense, or is it usually chill time when you're out, watching Quick Pitch? You guys just talk baseball or something, or he seems like a pretty intense type of individual.
I mean, when we get home, he's not as intense, but it depends how the game went that day. If we lost a tough one, then he might be a little bit down or thinking about the game, but for the most part, he's not as intense at home as he is around the field.
So when you go back to the boys at GCU, what are some of the main things you're going to tell them you remember about the Alaska baseball season, both on the field and off the field? With these teammates and everything you've so far done out here.
I'll probably just talk about some of the things we did on the off days. We got to hike a glacier, hike the butte. I've gone fishing a couple times, so I'm sure I'll talk about all those things. And
catch anything big?
No, I didn't catch anything. And then baseball-wise, I'll just talk about the experience, great coaching, great guys that have been up here so far.
Talk about the experience of going on that glacier hike. Was that one of the better things that you've done up here in Alaska, you think?
Yeah, I'd probably put that at the top of almost anything I've ever seen.
Well, do you think did it take a lot of energy to climb those glaciers? Because I know it took me a lot. It wiped me out completely.
Yeah, I was pretty tired after, and while I was doing it, I went up a little higher than I expected I should. I didn't have spikes on. I was just in flats, and it's pretty slippery, but it was worth it, and it was very cool to see.
Well, you seem always willing to give something a go, and we must, I'm sure all the viewers viewing into this player profile now, if they're at least consistent viewers of the broadcast, they're thinking the same thing we're thinking every day is sometimes we see you out there in left, we see you in right. If it's during warm-up, sometimes we'll even see you man first base, get a couple reps there. If it's in the lineup, you're either hitting first or fifth or sixth. You're all over the place, basically, is what I'm trying to get at here for the minor. So What is that like, just knowing that you could be one of those kind of guys on this club? There's a couple of them, Tyler White and another one, being that somewhat jack of all trades where you could be used in multiple positions, not only in the field but in the batting order. So you come in and you don't know, maybe you're batting first, maybe you're batting fourth, maybe you're batting fifth. Who knows? What's that feeling like as a player coming into the games?
I just try to treat it the same way. If I was in the leadoff spot early in the year, that takes a little bit more of an approach just because you want to see more pitches early. But BT told me to treat it like just a normal at bat and just compete. That's pretty much what it comes down to. No matter where you're hitting, you just want to compete and give a quality at bat and try your best to get a hit or get the job done for the team.
Absolutely. Garrison, thank you so much for your time, and good luck tonight.
Thank you.
That's Garrison Schwartz, one of the outfielders here for the Matsu Miners. We'll be right back on your Matsu Miners Radio Network.